In this new episodes of The House of the Dragons, Daemon Targaryen seems to get used to this new mental prison that is Harrenhal, the weirdest yet biggest castle ever built. It was taken down by Aegon the Conqueror hundreds of years prior during his conquest of Westeros. Daemon is actively trying to get the Brackens and the Blackwood to settle down their hatred and work together under his banner. Such task does not come easy, though I am quite impressed at his ability to demonstrate patience never had before. One could argue that all that matters to him is to get a big army, but maybe it's a sign that deep down inside, he's changing. I think we could all make that argument. It seems obvious that deep down inside, Daemon is a good man, unlike his nephew Aemon, who's totally evil. Daemon seems to be afraid to appear weak, and Harrenhal is kind of the place that helps him deal with his weaknesses and his trauma, like some sort of mental asylum. With this deranged yet normal witchy woman, I don't even know what to make of her. On one hand, it's like she's helping Daemon face his demons, and on the other, she's boosting his ego to expose his true desire to be king, subsequently fight for it, which would add more chaos to the current situation. Talking about chaos, Aegon was rescued and brought back to King's Landing in some kind of chariot covered with a sort of blanket, hidden from the public's view. The thing that wasn't hidden from the public was Melea's head, paraded before King's Landing as a trophy. But it would be considered otherwise by the people. For centuries, the people of King's Landing thought dragons to be invincible. I mean, with dragons like Melea's or Vhagar being 200 years old, of course the people thought that, and were taught to believe so, to strengthen Targaryen superiority. Breaking such belief with the head of Melea's would have people whisper dragons are just meat, and cause people to rebel and or leave King's Landing, but the gates of the city would close upon them and the inhabitants' confines. Meanwhile, in the Red Keep, Aegon is between life and death, as his burns, suffered by the hands of Aemon, are life-threatening. Alicent knows deep down that Aemon is behind the misfortune of Aegon. She tries very hard to get proof of it, but is repeatedly dismissed by Sir Criston Cole, who really becomes cold here. She even tries to get in the way of Aemon ruling, but the council unanimously stand with Aemon, as the times need a hardened and battled experienced man. And who better than the brother of the king, next in line for succession, and the greatest psychopath of all time to rule over 7 crazy kingdoms. Alicent is shocked and sees a monster in Aemon, even though he is the best fit to rule regarding the situation. I have a feeling that she can't accept Aemon to rule because he's nothing like Aegon. He's not easily manipulated, he can't be controlled, he's educated in politics and war to make his own decision. With Aemon ruling, she has no influence in any decision. She is powerless and can only hope from her window that the war will stop. Maybe that's why she never educated Aegon about politics. Maybe it's because she always wanted Aegon to lead her, thus making her the true ruler of the realm. Or maybe I'm totally wrong, and she is pissed that her son was put in this situation by her other son. Ultimately, she thought that making Aegon king would protect him, and ended up doing the opposite of protecting him. She exposed him to great dangers. Both sides seems to be greatly affected by this war, but Aegon's side is left with greater damage inflicted. Meanwhile, Rhaenyra and her son come up with a brilliant plan of finding all those with lost Targaryen heritage and make them ride the remaining dragons, as the current riders cannot risk their lives for being too important. I have to say, the show is amazing at showing the importance and rarity of strong assets in times of war. The cautious and calculated steps that must be taken before exposing important assets to war is so accurate to real life warfare and strategies, it blows my mind away. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and you drop a like. I will surely make more of those nearly every day if I have to.